Another episode of the Dudecast. This is episode 22, I believe. Yeah, because last one was 21. So yeah, this one's 22. In case if you forgot how, in case if you forgot how counting numbers works. Um, I'm sorry if I sound like kind of half out of it. If I sound tired, I just woke up from taking a nap not that long ago, and I was like, you know what? now that now that I'm like half asleep now, let's record let's film a podcast right now. Fuck it, let's do it. Um, so I guess we can start off a new section. You know, I feel like we just kind of hop straight into the topic, and well, I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing by any means. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but I feel like some other stuff needs to be said too, so that way there's more to listen to. um, so I'm introducing kind of a new bit to the show, I guess. It's called Current Events. So, editor, can you please play the intro to that? Oh wow, it's Current Events. So, Current Events. This just basically is what's been going on with me. What have I been up to? It's my monthly update, because I spend so much time uploading videos and playing games and all that, it's kind of hard to express what's going on in life with every single video, unless if I just did a daily update thing. But I don't have not I was gonna say I don't have the attention span for that, but it's not the attention span, it's I don't have the it's right on the tip of my tongue. What is it? Patience. I don't have the patience to do that. Upload an update for every little thing that happens. Yeah, no. That's why diaries exist, or why daily planner journals exist, but I like being able to I want to do this so that way I can just kind of vent about things that have just been kind of going on as of late, for instance, about, what was it, a couple months ago I uploaded a video where I titled it I didn't. No. I made a video a couple months ago where I was talking about my mental health and, the state of where that's at. And I said in that video that my mental health was not the greatest, but it was okay. It was okay. It wasn't at its worst, but it wasn't at its best either. I can confirm that it is starting to get better now, which is good. I've always been a fighter. I always have been. And I think this year especially has really proved just how much, just how I'm down. I'm down. But I haven't quit. I haven't quit. I haven't taken the easy way out. I'm still going. I'm still working, still showing up to work every day, still showing up on time, doing my best to not be late, still doing my best to hang out with my friends and family, and just doing the best that I can with what I have, and I think that's really the motto for my life to stand on: doing the best that you can with what you have. Because I'm always the underdog, kind of. I've always been the underdog, and I'm okay with that, because underdogs are cool. Everyone likes an underdog story. So yeah, that's kind of how I view myself at the moment. But so yeah, mentally I'm getting better. The breakup, it still kind of bothers me here and there, but I'm doing my best to get over it. And yeah, I think I'm getting to that point now where I'm starting to accept it. You know, it's crazy to think that 5 months later it still bothers me, but like, yeah, you know, here we are 5 months later, and I'm starting to get into the acceptance phase of the grieving stage, I think. And yeah, I'm doing a little better now. So yeah. Um, as for other things, I went and saw Black Panther, the new Black Panther, and I thought it was pretty good. I gave it a, I made a mistake and meant to give it an 8 out of 10, but instead I accidentally put -8, and I got called out for it. And so I had to fix that, and I gave it an 8 out of 10. Um, however, I enjoyed the movie. I did not enjoy the movie experience, because the kids are assholes, man. Kids are just assholes, man. Like, especially today's kids. Like, all they care about is like if something isn't longer than like 15 seconds, they're just not interested. And you can blame TikTok for that. I blame TikTok on that, and ADHD too. But you know, but yeah, because one of the kids, his name was Chase. I'm calling him out. Chase is getting called out in the Dudecast. Yo, fuck Chase, bro. No, Chase was just he was being a little shit. I mean, they were all being little shits, but like one of them was dropping the N word, like the hard R during the movie, and that's not okay. That's really shitty. I don't care if they're. I mean, you can say, oh, you know, they're just kids, they don't know better. I don't give a shit about that. These kids were like around maybe what, like 12, 13. Yeah, sure. Okay, they were young. Maybe some of them didn't know better, but like when I was 12 or 13, you didn't hear me fucking dropping the hard R. Dude, if I did that shit, my parents would fucking beat me to death if I talked like that. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. We live in a completely different world, man. It's sad to see how some of the kids are turning out these days. It's fucking sad. That's why my kid, whenever I inevitably have a kid, if I have one, they're not going to turn out that way. They're not. And, you know, hopefully if I have a son, I can teach him how to be a gentleman, you know, how to treat a woman, how to treat a lady, and how to, you know, when he's older, teach him how to brush a beard, you know, which oddly enough kind of ties into what we talking about with today's topic today. But that can be saved for a little bit because current events, yeah, I mean, you know, the experience sucked, but the movie didn't. At least I didn't think so. Like I said, you know, gave it an 8 out of 10, and I enjoyed the movie. The experience was awful, but the movie I thought was pretty good. Let's see here. What else have I done lately? I've hung out with Caleb. He just came back. Caleb just came back from school recently. So I've been hanging out with him. And Survivor Series is on tonight, which I should be watching that, hopefully, with him and Lane. Hopefully. But it is Caleb, so take that with a grain of salt. With an extremely large maybe. But yeah, no, he's been home for the past couple days, so I've just been spending time with him and Lane, and you know, we've just been chilling, you know. It's cool that he's back, you know. I missed him, you know. He can be a shit sometimes, but I missed him, I'll admit. Yeah, I think that about does it for current events. Let's talk about beards. So beards. To climb Beard Mountain if there are no beards up here. No, wait. No. Wait, this isn't Beer Mountain. This is Beard Mountain. Aw, shit, dude. I climbed the wrong mountain. Damn. What the hell am I gonna listen to? What am I gonna listen to now? Now that I gotta go all the way to Beard Mountain. Well, stranger, climbing a random ass mountain named Beer Mountain, I have the perfect solution for you. You see, on your journey, you should listen to the Dudecast. You should take a listen to the playlist that's full of 21 episodes from start to finish. It'll pass the time on your way to Beard Mountain. Huh. You know what? I don't know where you came from, but I'll give it a shot. Sounds like the greatest fucking thing ever. Alright, I'm on my way to Beard Mountain. Oh shit! Oh my god! I'm falling for a really long time. Fuck! Looks like he didn't make it. But you can, if you listen to the Dudecast. Check it out. Check out the playlist. Some of the people listening to this also have a beard or some sort of facial hair, you know. I mean, I would think. I mean, there could be kids listening to this too, but I mean, like, why would you ever let your kid listen to this? Like, why? But a good majority of my audience, I'd say, is around like early 20s, you know, teenage years. That's right around the time, especially for young dudes and like young guys who are in like their teenage years or like their early 20s. I think, yeah, like normally that is around the stage where your facial hair really starts to come in. I mean, like, you have the stages. There's the stages. I like to call them the stages of facial hair. And I gotta burp real quick. I can feel it coming. Psych, you thought. Nah, false alarm. Anyway, so, yeah, like usually around teenage years, early 20s, that's usually around the time when your beard starts to come in. But before that, when you're like in your earlier teens, like around maybe, like if you're a boy, right? If you're a boy and you're around, say, maybe 13 through 15, you know, 13, 14, 15, usually by that point, your facial hair, like, kind of starts to come in a little bit by that point. But it's like they go through these like I was mentioning earlier, the stages, like I like to call them. There's the infancy, there's the middle of infancy, and then there's after manhood. But usually during the infancy stage, you know, that's when you get like all the peach fuzz and, you know, the pedo stash starts to come in a little bit. Trust me, I know what that's like because I fucking went through it. There's a picture of me like with a really shitty looking like preteen mustache and it looks awful. But back in the day I was like, yo, I got a mustache, bro. I got facial hair, dude. I'm so fucking cool. You know, like, man, like I feel like I can't be the only one who's done this either. When I was first starting to get facial hair, like, especially like on my chin, I remember the first time I was starting to get like hair on my chin for the first time. And I remember I would always like play with it, you know, like I would always like tug on it kind of, cause I was like, yo, I got that's a hair on my chin and it's attached, dude. I got a beard now. That's crazy. Obviously, you know, I do have a beard now, but like, you know, at the time, I didn't know just how much of a pain in the ass that would turn out to be. So yeah, you know, you got the infancy years where it's like peach fuzz, early preteen pedo stash kind of look going on, you know. And then you got the the stage after that, which is what do I name this one? I'm trying to come up with a name here, like right on the spot. You got the what I like to call, starting right now apparently. You got the early teenage stage for your beard. And that's usually around the time when when your facial hair is starting to come in more, and it's not really peach fuzz anymore, but it's like on the verge of like transforming from peach fuzz to like actual like beard hair. And so it kind of gets into that awkward, here's a better name for it, awkward teen stage. There you go. That's a better fucking name than what I had before. And the reason why is because for some people, it's hard for people, not everybody, but it's hard for some people to grow a beard in general, which is why some people just shave and just never grow one. But like during the awkward teen years, when your beard is like kind of starting to come in a little bit, but it's in its early stages still. So it's like patchy and like kind of gross looking. I've seen, like when I was in high school, I saw a lot of that shit. Like a lot of patchy, like really bad looking beards where I was like, okay. Like I remember this kid I was friends with at the time, his name was Sam. He was trying to grow a beard, but he couldn't, like some people can, some people just can't. And he could grow a goatee, like he had the chin hair, he had pretty fucking long chin hair actually. But like his sideburns and like the stuff that would come in on his cheeks, it was so patchy and it just wouldn't connect, and that's what it's kind of like for some people. Like you just, for the awkward stage, it's just like a patchy, unfinished, really young stage beard, that's basically what it is. And then you get from that to your late teens and like your early 20s, which is where I'm at now. And at this stage, your beard kind of starts to come in, especially when you're nearing the end of your teenage years and starting to enter your 20s. That's when your facial hair starts to enter the post infancy stage, because it's not like fully, like it's a beard now, like it's a straight up beard now, but it's not like a man, like for some people it is, but like sometimes you can grow a full beard, but it doesn't always turn out great, and that's because it's still young and not well maintained. But it's like finished, kind of like by the time you're out of your teens and like entering your 20s, if your fucking beard is still coming in all patchy and unfinished, just shave that shit, honestly. Like, because for me, what I would do when I was like in my teenage years, like my late teenage years, so I was growing my beard, or at least I was trying to. I was doing a piss poor job at it, but it would still come in like a beard, It would come in, it would grow, it would be connected. Well, I mean, it wouldn't be like connected, but it would come in like okay. And what I would do is I would wait for it to grow like long, or as long as it could get, and then I would shave it off. And then I would just rinse and repeat. Wait, after I would shave it off, I'd grow it back, and then I'd shave it back off. And like I used to do that for a while. Yeah, I actually did that for a while. And my dad, who has a beard, by the way, and he has a really nice looking beard, he was like, yeah, that's not going to work if you just keep doing that, especially if it gets longer. It's not going to work like that. And plus, I used to shave it like with a razor, and then eventually it started getting so long to the point where I needed to like trim it down with like not clippers, but like a electric razor, you know. And so he was basically like, yeah, you're not gonna get anywhere with that. And so ever since then, I just kind of stopped shaving it off completely, and instead I've actually been like trying to actually grow it. And I think for the most part I've done a pretty decent job. I mean, it's still kind of, it's scraggly as hell. Um and you know, there are still some like kind of patchy spots here and there, but like for the most part, like the from the sideburns down to the chin strap, that looks pretty decent actually. And um that part, I can just, it sucks to maintain every once in a while, but like really all I have to do is like brush it. You know, I just have to brush it down and just kind of flatten it, make sure nothing's really sticking up. And that's the other thing that sucks too, because there'll be times where there's just a stray hair just sticking up and I gotta pluck it. So I'm like, this, no, like this will not stand. You are not going to be looking like that. No. My mustache, on the other hand, which is like, as of the past couple of years, has finally started to get longer. I'm just waiting on that to connect with, what is it called? It's like, it's not your sideburns, because your sideburns are like on the side of your face. I'm talking about like more the hair that's on your cheeks, not like your jaw or like the side of your head. I mean, your cheeks are on the side of your head, but like, whatever, you know what I mean. Not the side, is it the sideburn? It might be, but like the hairs on your cheeks, right? That's where your mustache normally connects. And then once your mustache connects with your chin strap, that's when you got a full beard, right? And so, yeah, like I'm just waiting on that. It's so close. But my mustache is so like I used to not have a problem with my mustache, but ever since it's gotten longer, it fucking sucks to maintain because it's so long now. You got like, you can curl it. Like you can grab the two ends of the stash and just fucking curl it. That's how long it is right now. But like every once in a while I'll see like one wing of the stash is completely going the other way than the other wing is, and it looks really weird and it looks kind of bad. And then on top of that, the part that's like above your lip, well, I mean, it's technically, the whole thing is above your lip, but like your upper lip, right? When it fucking, mine gets to the point sometimes where it gets so long, it gets in my mouth and I have to like legitimately spit it out because it's so fucking gross. And usually when it gets to that point, when it's getting in my mouth at that point, I'm like, okay, I need to trim. I need to shorten this because this is getting just a little ridiculous. So remember when I said I used to shave it off? Well, I've been trying to learn how to shave like properly, not just like shaving it all off, like actually properly shaving, right? I struggle, man. Like it is a struggle because, I mean, my dad, when I was younger, my dad would always tell me, he's like, dude, if you want a beard, like if you actually want to grow a beard, be prepared because it's going to be itchy and it is going to suck to maintain. And I wasn't really sure what he was talking about at first, but now that I'm older, he's 100% right because this thing fucking sucks to maintain, especially when it comes to shaving. Shaving fucking sucks. It is not fun. And so, you know, he's tried to give me tips and like tried to teach me how to do it. And some of it I kind of got down, but for the most part, I don't trust myself shaving because I've tried to shave by myself and I always fuck it up. And so because of that, I just have to either have my dad help me fix it, or I just shave it all off. And so what I've been doing as of late is I've been going to Great Clips in Sterling. They cut hair. I've been going there, and I've been having them trim my beard and shape it while they cut my hair. And sometimes it turns out well. Sometimes it turns out really well. Sometimes you can barely fucking tell a difference. And it helps a lot because most of the time it turns out pretty well, even the times where you can't even really tell that big of a difference. But yeah, that's what I do. Shaving wise, that's what I do. I just go somewhere and get it done. Speaking of things that suck to handle, my hair, not my beard, my actual hair, the hair on my head, that shit sucks to handle. It sucks because my hair is so thick. It's so thick, and there's just so much of it that is going one way, and there's another half that's going another way. And then, of course, there's my colic, because I have a colic on the back of my head, right? And that fucks with everything. Having to maintain my colic and the side of my head where the hair like above my ear is, that shit sucks. Especially when I'm like trying to grow it out longer. Like, I've always wanted to have longer hair, right? I've always wanted to have like long, luscious locks, And I think about it now, and in all honesty, I'm kind of okay with having just short hair because, yeah, it doesn't look as good as like long hair does, but you know what? It's easier to maintain. And like the side of my head, especially, because it's hard for me to explain. Because when I was trying to grow it out longer, I brush the sides of my head, the side of my head where the hair is. I comb it like backwards. Is that weird? Like I comb it downwards versus like I brush it towards the back of my head versus like over my ears. So that way it's not like growing over my ears. I mean, it still grows over my ears, but that's where I try to aim it towards. So that way it like kind of grows in more that way. And I did that for a while. Was it last year? It might have been last year. I did that for a while, and I swear my hair's paying the consequences for it because I got so annoyed because doing it like that fucked my hair up. I'm convinced that fucked my hair up because it didn't want to cooperate with me like at all. And having to deal with that got so annoying to the point where I literally just reset it to how it was before. But just keeping the thing with the side of the ears the same, and that's basically all I've been doing with that. And wearing hats with that sucks ass because anytime I wear a hat, it just fucking destroys my hair now every time. Not always, but like it's a main reason why I've kind of slowly stopped wearing hats. Like I still wear hats, but just not as much as I used to. And that's because of that reason, because it always fucks with my hair. And I'm so annoyed by them. I'm so sick of it. So annoying. Like, I don't know. The problem with my hair is that I want it to get longer, but the thing about my hair is that it doesn't get longer. It just gets thicker. Like, it doesn't grow down. It just keeps going up. Like, it just makes my head look huge. And God, it's just, it's so annoying. Like, I don't know. I know you have to grow in order to like grow out your hair. You need to grow that shit out for like years. Like, it's not gonna just be long in a matter of months. No, you got to grow that shit out for like years. And I'm very impatient. So yeah, that's not gonna work for me. I'll take my short hair. I just got my haircut today, and you know what? I just got a couple compliments on my beard today too. So I'm kind of happy about that. Um, so yeah, I'm looking forward to when my beard fully connects and it's a full on beard. Um, because I think it could look good. You know, if I'm getting compliments on it right now, it could look good. I don't think it'll ever look as good as my dad's beard, but I think I could grow a good one. You know, and I think my brother could too. But his is kind of like still in that awkward teen phase, kind of. But like he's 18, so like he's still got time if he wants to even grow one. I haven't even seen him try to grow one. I have a beard, he doesn't. He's just got stubble. That's it. Um, but yeah, I think that's my rant about hair. I think that might be it. Uh, yeah, thank you for listening. That's all I got. So yeah, thank you. Bye.